Unit 2. Growth of entrepreneurship. Theoretical problems. Brief answer questions. 1. What do you mean by socio-economic growth? Socio-economic growth is the process of social and economic development in a society. It is the process of social and economic transformation based on environmental and cultural factors including income, skills development, employment, and education. It is measured with indicators, such as gross domestic product, life expectancy, literacy, and levels of employment. 2. What are the two economic factors affecting entrepreneurial growth? Asterisk. The economic factors indicate the system of producing and distributing goods and services. They include all the factors which give shape and form to the development of economic activities. Following are the two economic factors affecting entrepreneurial growth. 1. Capital labor. Mention any two ingredients elements of a successful new business. Asterisk. Following are the two ingredients/elements of a successful new business. 1. Clear define objectives. Formulation of strategy and plan. Descriptive answer question. Explain about historical perspectives and growth of entrepreneurship in Nepal. Historical perspectives and growth of entrepreneurship in Nepal. The history of institutional development of entrepreneurship in Nepal is not so very old, but traditional cottage and small-scale and local industries and local trading activities were found from the very beginning of civilization, which is still in existence. The historical perspectives and growth of entrepreneurship in Nepal may be studied under the following 5 stages. Pre-unification stage. Organized entrepreneurship were lacking before the unification of small states by the King Prithvi Narayan Shah, in Nepal. However, small-scale and agriculture-based entrepreneurship were available in those scattered states. The introduction of money economy facilitated them to exchange their products. Besides, in 3 states of Kathmandu Valley, small-scale and domestic products were produced in other towns like Palpa, Doti, Biratnagar, etc. Lichavi and Malla dynasty are known as the golden age of traditional products, especially handicraft products. But they were unable to develop and spread industry according to changing environment of the world. 2. Unification stage. The unification of various scattered regimes contributed for the institutional development of the industries and trading activities. It contributed for expansion and diversification of production, especially in the form of domestic and cottage industries. The unification of regimes created more areas for business operation, and as a result the development in industrial productivity and their distribution system was also increased to fulfill the needs of the people of the country. 3. Pre-5 years plan stage. Post-unification period is the age of modern industrialization and development of institutional entrepreneurship. For institutional development of entrepreneurship and expansion of their productivity, necessary steps were taken. An industrial board was established in 1935 AD, viz. Udyog Parishad, to produce goods under medium and large-scale industry. The first Company Act was enacted in 1936 AD, and the same year, Nepal's first joint stock company, Biratnagar Jute Mill, was established. Nepal Bank Limited was established in 1937 AD to provide financial support to industry and commerce. In between 15 years of period, about 63 industrial units were established with a total capital investment of 72 million rupees both in public and private sectors. These industries involve sugar mill, jute mill, match factory, cotton mills, rice mill, oil mill, etc. However, most of those industries went into liquidation after Second World War due to lack of proper plan and feasibility. 4. 5-year plan stage. The formation of democratic government in 2007. BS had initiated for industrial development. In 2013 BS government implemented 5-year plan for uniform development of industrial productivity. At the beginning stage of 5-year plan, more emphasis was given for establishment of public enterprises. Many public sector industries were established in different regions of the country for uniform and balanced economic development of the growth of entrepreneurship. Chapter 2D37. Country. These industries involved cement, textile, sugar, tobacco, jute mills, medicines, milk, paper, and other agriculture-based industries. However, along with public enterprises, many private entrepreneurs were also involved in various sectors of business. The liberal economy stage. After 2047, government of Nepal has implemented the policy of open market, liberal and private economy. Government has given emphasis to private sector enterprises to involve in industrial, trading and service sectors. It started to privatize many public enterprises. Private entrepreneurs were started to involve in various areas of business based on opportunity created by liberal economic policy of government. Many entrepreneurs formed new ventures through their sole investment, joint venture with foreign entrepreneurs and through public-private partnership. They started to form different sectors of businesses such as banking, telecommunication, airlines, hospitals, school and colleges, hotels, travel agencies, manufacturing, and agriculture sectors. At present, majority of economic activities of Nepal are covered by the private entrepreneurs. They have investment in manufacturing, trading and also in service sectors. They have investment in transportation, communication, media, social network, shopping malls, departmental stores, restaurants, and other sectors based on scope of business turnover. 5. Explain the economic factors affecting entrepreneurial growth. Economic factors affecting entrepreneurial growth. The economic factors indicate the system of producing and distributing goods and services. They include all the factors which give shape and form to the development of economic activities. They the direct and immediate impact on entrepreneurship development in the country. They affect the demand for products or services in the market. The components of economic factors that provide effects on entrepreneurship development are as follows. 3. Capital. Capital is an important factor that provides impact on establishment and promotion of entrepreneurship. Capital is said to be a lifeblood of any business. The availability of sufficient fixed and working capital is necessary for smooth functioning of a business. It plays a significant role for mobilization of manpower, materials, machines, and other physical resources of the business. Entrepreneurs having sufficient capital can grab business opportunities for earning profit and wealth. B. Labor. Manpower is dynamic resources and play important role for proper utilization of resources of the organization. The easy availability of efficient and capable manpower is an essential requirement of entrepreneurship development. There is easily available of quantity of manpower, but acquisition of quality labor is a difficult task. The problem of labor scarcity can be solved by providing proper incentives and facilities. Most of the developing countries are rich in labor force, but they have lack of efficient manpower. C. Raw materials. Raw materials are the basic inputs for manufacturing industries for conversion into usable products. The availability of sufficient raw materials is essential for development of entrepreneurship. Shortage of raw materials can adversely affect entrepreneurial environment. If the supply of raw materials is inadequate, no industry can function properly. Many industries are established in those areas where there is easy availability of raw materials. For example, Nepal becomes self-sustained in cement industry because of sufficient limestones and other materials. D. Market. The availability of market and development of marketing strategy is very important for the in competitive environment. No entrepreneur can survive without up-to-date market information and developing new marketing strategies. Entrepreneurs should use different tools, techniques, and sources for getting new and detailed market information. It helps to know the changing needs and expectations of customers and strategies of competitors. Based on market information, it is essential to develop new plans, policies, and programs for improving business turnover. Infrastructure. Development of infrastructure facilities also supports for promotion of business activities. Development of infrastructure involves expansion of road, bridge, railways, electricity, transportation, and communication system. It supports for easy movement of factors of production, which helps to improve productivity of business entities. It helps to enlarge internal as well as external part of the market. It supports for expansion of horizons of business. 6. Explain about evaluating opportunities for new venture. Evaluating opportunities for new venture. Evaluating opportunities refers to the process of determining which business ideas offer valuable opportunities and will be worth pursuing for future. For establishment and operation of a new venture for business activities, it is essential to evaluate business opportunities created by changing external environmental forces. There are various factors to be considered for evaluating opportunities for new business venture, but the following are the common factors to be considered. 1. The opportunities. The major component of evaluating new business venture is to identify its opportunities and scope at present and also future course of operation. The analysis of external environmental factors provides two outcomes consisting of threats and opportunity. For new venture. 2. The government. Government is an autonomous and powerful institution, and it is responsible for formulation of rules and regulation for the interest of general public and for fair entrepreneurship activities. All the business entities need to perform entrepreneurial activities by considering government rules and regulations. 3. The suppliers. Distribution channel members such as distributors, suppliers, dealers are said to be the market intermediaries. They serve a very effective source of generating new business ideas for entrepreneurs. They deal directly with ultimate consumers, and hence they know better about changing wants of consumers. 4. The enterprise teams. The enterprise teams include all level of employees from top level to subordinate level of management. They are said to be internal strengths of the enterprise and can be a great source of ideas. All the employees do work through mutual interaction, discussion, support, and control to each other. 5. The customers. Customers are said to be the primary source of generating new ideas because of their changing need, demand and expectations. They are the source of revenue, and no business entity can survive without potential customers. 1. The competition. In open market economy there is competition in every sector of business. In different situation the competitors introduce new concept, ideas, knowledge, and strategies in the market. Such competitors' activities would provide direct and immediate impact on business activities of the entrepreneur. Detailed information of competitors' activities facilitates the entrepreneur to know the weaknesses in their products and services. 2. The timing. The time factor is considered as an essential element of evaluating opportunities for establishing and operating new venture. New idea is not generated once at a time, it needs sufficient time and intellectual effort. It is essential to allocate sufficient time for thinking about different approaches for solution of work-related issues and problems. Introduction of new products and services at the right time by considering changing needs of customers would be supportive for sustaining business. 3H. The resources. The availability of sufficient resources and their proper use would be the source of competitive strength of the new venture. These resources involve capital, manpower, physical resources, and technology adopted. The entrepreneur needs to set business objectives only by considering internal resources of the venture. Determination of imaginary and high optimistic objectives must be avoided because they are not achievable through the limited resources of the venture. 4. Analytical answer question. 5.15 Mark 7. Explain the factors affecting entrepreneurial growth. 7 factors affecting entrepreneurial growth. 8. Socio-economic growth is the process of social and economic development in a society. There are various factors that can have effect on entrepreneurship development. These factors may have both positive and negative effect on the growth of entrepreneurship. Positive effects constitute facilitative and conducive conditions for the growth of entrepreneurship, whereas negative influences create unfavorable situation to the growth of entrepreneurship. The following are the major factors affecting entrepreneurship in the country like Nepal. A. 9. Economic factors. The economic factors indicate the system of producing and distributing goods and services. They include all the factors which give shape and form to the development of economic activities. They the direct and immediate impact on entrepreneurship development in the country. They affect the demand for products or services in the market. The components of economic factors that provide effects on entrepreneurship development are as follows. I. Capital. Capital is an important factor that provides impact on establishment and promotion of entrepreneurship. Capital is said to be a lifeblood of any business. The availability of sufficient fixed and working capital is necessary for smooth functioning of a business. It plays a significant role for mobilization of manpower, materials, machines, and other physical resources of the business. Opportunities for earning profit and wealth. Entrepreneurs having sufficient capital can grab business too. Labor, manpower is dynamic resources and play important role for proper utilization of resources of the organization. The easy availability of efficient and capable manpower is an essential requirement of entrepreneurship development. There is easily available of quantity of manpower, but acquisition of quality labor is a difficult task. The problem of labor scarcity can be solved by providing proper incentives and facilities. Most of the developing countries are rich in labor force, but they have lack of efficient manpower. Raw materials. Raw materials are the basic inputs for manufacturing industries for conversion into usable products. The availability of sufficient raw materials is essential for development of entrepreneurship. Shortage of raw materials can adversely affect entrepreneurial environment. If the supply of raw materials is inadequate, no industry can function properly. Many industries are established in those areas where there is easy availability of raw materials. For example, Nepal becomes self-sustained in cement industry because of sufficient limestones and other materials. For market, the availability of market and development of marketing strategy is very important for the growth of entrepreneurship. In competitive environment, no entrepreneur can survive without up-to-date market information and developing new marketing strategies. Entrepreneurs should use different tools, techniques, and sources for getting new and detailed market information. It helps to know the changing needs and expectations of customers and strategies of competitors. Based on market information, it is essential to develop new plans, policies, and programs for improving business turnover. Infrastructure. Development of infrastructure facilities also supports for promotion of business activities. Development of infrastructure involves expansion of road, bridge, railways, electricity, transportation, and communication system. It supports for easy movement of factors of production, which helps to improve productivity of business entities. It helps to enlarge internal as well as external part of the market. It supports for expansion of horizons of business. Social factors. Social factors provide long-term impact on entrepreneurship development. The components of social factors involve norms, values, beliefs, custom, tradition, and standard which are considered by the people. The main components of social factors providing impact on entrepreneurship development are as follows. Caste factor. Especially, in Hindu society there is caste system which initiates activities of people. In Hindu society, the population has divided on the basis of caste into 4 types such as priest, warrior, trade, and artisan. It has also defined limits of the social mobility of individuals. The caste system does not permit an individual of lower caste to move to a higher caste. It is the reason that majority of business activities concentrate on trader, Vaishyas. The dominance of certain ethnical groups in entrepreneurship is a global practice. However, this concept is slowly changing. Family background. The family background of the individuals provides impact on their activities. The size, types, and economic status of the family determine the economic activities of the individuals. In study, it is found that individuals having access to political power are involved in higher level of entrepreneurship. Individuals having industrial and commercial background family want to involve in different forms of business activities. Individuals having bureaucratic family background do not want to involve in any entrepreneurship. 3. Education and training. Education and training systems imposed in the country provide impact on entrepreneurship development. College and university education of individuals provides fundamental and conceptual knowledge and information of various scope of business. The vocational training, seminar, workshop, and other efficiency development programs for individuals provide technical knowledge of doing various types of business. Therefore, development of education and training system based on business requirement is essential for entrepreneurship development in the country. 4. Cultural values. Cultural values direct the activities of the people. How the society has given value to the individuals, who are involved in business for earning profit and wealth, provide impact on their activity. Entrepreneurial development focuses on some objectives such as earning profit, acquisition of prestige, and achievement of social status. If society has given value to the business activities, it facilitates to promote entrepreneurship in the country. After 1990s, economic liberalization policy of government and emerging of globalization initiates to give value for entrepreneurs. Social security, social safety and security is an important factor providing impact on entrepreneurship development in the country. If there is proper vision of security of entrepreneurs and safety of their property, it encourages the people to involve in various forms of business based on their skill, efficiency, and knowledge. They search for new business opportunity and develop unique ideas for running business. For this purpose, it is essential to develop proper rules, regulations, and system for maintaining social security. See political factors. The political forces refer to government regulations and the legal system for business. It involves constitutions, political philosophy, political systems, political parties, political institutions and pressure groups. It is accepted by all that a stable political situation is essential to promote business activities in the country. The following are the components of the political factors. Political philosophy. Political philosophy is an ideology that a state has adopted for the administration of the country. Broadly, there are three types of political ideology: democratic, socialism and mixed. In the democratic form of philosophy, more emphasis is given to private sector's business activities, whereas, in socialism ideology, the state holds all the economic activities. In mixed philosophy, both state and private sectors are involved in business activities. Two political parties. Political parties are an indispensable component of a democratic system. In a democratic country, there are many political parties. They might have different ideologies, proclamations and declarations regarding political and economic prospects. They try to implement their declarations when they form the government, which may affect the business activities of many organizations. 3. Political institutions. In a democratic system, there are different political institutions that play a respective role in the development, implementation, and judging systems in the country. Broadly, political institutions consist of the legislature, executive, judiciary, and other constitutional bodies. Legislature is the parliament that represents the general public, which is responsible for the enactment of laws, rules, regulations, and policies for the welfare of the country. Executive involves council of ministers and bureaucracy of government. Judiciary represents different levels of courts consisting of district courts, high courts, a special court and the Supreme Court. 4. Pressure groups. They are also considered an important part of the political environment. They involve 5 media, legitimate trade unions, consumers associations, environmentalists, human rights activists, and other social institutions. They provide pressure to the legislature, executives, judiciary, and other constitutional bodies for taking measures to protect the interest of the general people. D. Legal factors. The legal factors involve laws, rules, and regulations enacted by the legislation and government for the systematization of administrative and entrepreneurship activities in the country. It plays dominating role in the decisions of public and private enterprises. The legal factors involve a code of conduct that defines the legal boundaries for all the activities of the country, including business. The following are common components of the legal environment. Constitution. Constitution is the fundamental law acceptable to all the people of the nation. It is an important formal document of a democratic system of government. It defines a framework within which all the people have to perform their activities, including business. It contains different sections and subsections describing basic principles to protect the public interest. The state monitors all economic activities to ensure that no organization violates the law defined in it. 2. Laws and regulations. Based on time and requirement, government enacts different laws, rules, and regulations for controlling unfair business practices. These laws may relate to intellectual property rights such as trademark, patent rights, copyrights, or industrial design. It may relate to custom duty, income tax, contract, joint venture, foreign investment in business, etc. Legal institutions. These institutions are different levels of courts consisting of district courts, high courts, Supreme Court and specialized court. The Attorney General's office and other offices performing similar functions are also a part of the legal institution. These institutions provide judgment and define unclear laws and regulations. 4. Legal administrators. executive body is responsible for the implementation of laws, rules, regulations, and court decisions which are known as legal administrators. They involve civil, ind, servants, police, advocate, local body, etc. The effective implementation of the legal system of the country depends on the commitment and dedication of legal administrators. Geographical factors. The geographical factors involve natural and artificial infrastructures and facilities that provide opportunities for social and business activities and development. The components of geographical factors involve the constitution of the land, water supply, plants and animals, buildings and other infrastructure facilities available in the region. They also include all vegetation, microorganisms, soil, rocks, climate, and other natural resources. The following are the components of the geographical and natural forces providing impact on entrepreneurship development of the region. Natural resources. Natural resources involve the constitution of the land, water supply, atmosphere, plants, and animals, minerals, etc. The availability of natural resources provides an impact on the business activities of the region. Entrepreneurs want to invest, establish, and operate entrepreneurship activities in those geographical regions where there is availability of sufficient natural resources. 2. Physical infrastructures. They involve human-made components such as buildings, parks, bridges, roads, industries, etc. essential for entrepreneurship development. They also represent individuals, family, community, religion, politics, and education of the people. The artificial infrastructures developed by human beings in a particular geographical region also provide an impact on business activities. 3. Environmental laws and policies. Based on geographical constitution of the region, the government and social institutions formulate various laws, rules, and policies for maintaining ecological balance. Business organizations should consider the laws enacted by the government to protect the environment while doing business. They should know about the impact of environmental disturbance. They need to develop policies and programs so that all the activities should be environmentally friendly. 4. Climate. Climatic conditions of the region would provide an impact on the consumption trend of the consumers. For example, the consumption tendency of people in the cold season differs from that of the summer season. In the cold season people wear warm clothes, whereas in the summer season they wear light clothes. Similarly, consumption pattern of people may differ from the regions. Therefore, climatic situation of the geographical regions must be taken into consideration for operating entrepreneurship activities. Technological factors. Technology is the method or process of converting inputs into outputs. It refers to the systematic application of organized knowledge essential to doing things. It focuses on machines and equipment, transmission of information, new techniques and processes, research and development necessary to transform resources into finished goods and services. Technology is ever-changing and is growing rapidly in society, and it has a crucial impact on the success and prosperity of business organizations. The following are the components of the technological factors affecting entrepreneurship. Nature of technology. Technology may be manual or automatic. Manual technology is labor-based, whereas automatic is capital-based. On the basis of nature and size of business, organizations implement either manual or automatic technology. The low initial investment is needed in manual technology, but the labor and other operating costs are more. However, in automatic technology more initial investment is needed, but the operating cost is low. 2. Pace of technological change. Technology is dynamic and ever-changing. The change in technology leads to an immediate impact on the business of an organization. It creates both opportunities and threats to the business firm. A business can only be successful if it is able to grab the opportunities created by the changing technology. 3. Technology transfer. Every organization may have some sort of technology that is operated in the production and distribution process. Since technology is an ever-changing concept, no organization is self-sufficient in modern technology. It is essential to get the transfer of technology from technologically advanced countries to developing countries. Technology can be transferred through a joint venture with multinational companies, direct technical assistance, project support, training, and publication. 4. Research and development budget. Customers' demands change rapidly on the basis of changes in fashion, design, quality, price, etc. It is the function of managers to understand the needs and demands of the customers on the basis of time. For this, it is essential to invest a certain part of the budget of the firm in research and development work. It is helpful in the innovation of new knowledge and technology in the production and distribution system to cope with changes. Global factors. The global environment consists of international interaction which is beyond controllable to a firm but provides an impact on business operation. It integrates the world into a huge market. It concentrates on the free flow of goods and services throughout the world without any administrative restriction. It creates opportunities for business organizations since it opens an international market to them. However, it also creates challenges to domestic entrepreneurs as there is a free flow of capital, new technology, and goods and services. The common elements of the global factors are as follows. Integrated world economy. Globalization facilitates to integrate the economy of the world. It creates the opportunity of free flow of legal products and services through the world without any administrative restriction. It creates the concept and practice of interdependence among the countries of the world. It is the reason that impact on economic activity of few countries would provide economic activities of the world. 2. Global consumerism. The emerging of globalization and free market economy develop the concept of global consumerism. People can purchase products and services based on their needs, demand, and expectation. They are independent for choosing products and services produced in any part of the world. Therefore, globalization creates more scope of business for the entrepreneurs having qualitative and cost-effective products and services. 3. Global laws and regulations. One of the important global factors is the consideration of global rules, laws, regulations, and other provisions while doing international business. Entrepreneurs who are doing international business need to follow domestic, international, and also international rules and regulations. Similarly, global laws and regulations are changeable based on time, situation, and requirement. 4. Global competition. Globalization brings the concept of competition with domestic entrepreneurs but also with global entrepreneurs such as multinational companies. It creates a threat to entrepreneurs of developing countries having small and medium-scale businesses. They cannot face competition with multinational companies having brand image and high-level quality. It facilitates multinational corporations to capture the market and economy of developing countries. 1. Cultural factors. The cultural factors are comprehensive since it includes the total cultural forces within which an organization operates. It involves tradition, social values, beliefs, norms, attitudes, customs, and the demographic composition of the nation. All the elements of the cultural forces are adaptable, shared and interrelated. Cultural forces may create opportunities and threats to the business operation of the organization. Therefore, managers of business organizations need to monitor changes in the cultural forces. It is necessary to grab the future scope of business in the competitive market. The following are the common elements of cultural factors. 2. Demography. Demography focuses on the composition of the population of the country. Demographic composition includes size and distribution of population, age groups, gender ratio, urbanization, and migration of people, etc. The compositions of the population also affect the business activities of the entrepreneurs. Therefore, entrepreneurs involved in business operation should make detailed analysis of the demographic structure of the nation. 2. Lifestyle. Lifestyle is the pattern and living standard of the people. The change in the level of income, fashion, education, social interrelationship, and media change the lifestyle of the people. The changed lifestyle also forces people to change their attitudes and behavior. The changes in the lifestyle of the people also affect business. Therefore, entrepreneurs need to consider the changing lifestyle of the people. 3. Religion. Religion is the belief and trust that people have accepted since long ago. It provides the foundation of perception that a group of people has accepted the norms and values of society. It differentiates the attitude and behavior of the people. It influences on consumption pattern of the people. Therefore, religious belief of people has effect on need and demand of society. 4. Language. Language is the medium of expressing views, ideas, knowledge, experience, etc. The language of the people may differ on the basis of castes and ethnicity. Some languages are spread at the national and international level, whereas some are limited to a particular area or people. Generally, language represents the tradition and culture of the society, and it also affects the needs and wants of the people. Value and belief. Value and belief represent the norm and standard of behavior of society. How people do value or have a belief about products and services provides an impact on their choice and purchase decision. Entrepreneurs need to analyze cultural value and belief of the people before introduction any products and services in the society. However, cultural and belief is developed through education, experience, knowledge, and social interaction. Psychological factors. Many scholars have propounded some psychological factors that can encourage for entrepreneurship development. These factors focus on the motivation of individuals to become entrepreneurs. They focus on interest, efficiency, knowledge, and objectives of individuals entering into entrepreneurship. The common components of psychological factors are as follows. I need achievement. This theory is developed by McClelland, which emphasizes that need achievement is social motive which encourages the individuals to become successful entrepreneurs. Individuals having this level of need want to face challenges, personal accomplishment and success in competitive environment. They feel self-responsibility, calculate level of risk, set moderate goals, and want concrete feedback. Individuals having such characteristic want to involve in entrepreneurship to achieve certain level of status. To regain status respect, some social groups may lose their social status due to decline in financial position. The reasons of decline in financial position may be many, such as careless of head of the family, social conflict, natural calamities, war, migration, and other disasters. Individuals who are suffering from such disaster want to regain their status of respect by involving in business. They use full of their creativity, skills, and knowledge for establishment and promotion of business. Success of entrepreneurship helps to regain lost status of individuals. Motives, objectives set by the individuals for their lifetime affect in entrepreneurship development. Some individuals want to involve in civil service, corporate organizations, or other employers. However, some individuals set their objective to form a business for self-development. They devote time and effort for generation of unique ideas, and those ideas are converted into products or services. Such products or services are supplied to the valued customers for earning revenue. Locus of control. Locus of control refers to one's belief that his behavior is guided by external control or internal control. Individuals having internal locus control feel that they personally can influence their outcomes through their own ability, skills, and effort. Individuals having internal locus of control are usually involved in entrepreneurship. They have self-determination and feel comfortable in independency. As far as possible, they want to involve in own business or independent profession having economic value. Willingness to take risk. Individuals who have willingness to take risk only can involve in entrepreneurship development. It is said that if there is no risk, there is no business. Successful entrepreneurs must have certain level of education and should participate in various training programs for getting up-to-date knowledge and new information of business. They must be self-dependent on decision-making. They need to develop a vision about how to start a business and operate business activities in an effective way. 8. Explain about the elements for a successful new business. Ingredients/elements for a successful new business. Entrepreneurs establish and operate a new business based on their idea, knowledge, and resources. Their main motive is to sustain business activities of the new venture for long duration of time. However, establishment and operation of a new business is not difficult task, but its successful operation for the long duration of time is one of the crucial tasks to the entrepreneurs. The following are the common ingredients elements should be considered for a successful of new business. Clear define objectives. The primary element for a successful new business is clear define objectives. The objectives defined must be specific and should be achievable through organizational resources. The high optimistic and imaginary objectives must be avoided. It is significant to define short-term, medium-term, and long-term sustainable objectives. For determination of sustainable objectives, it is essential to consider some issues such as necessary capital to finance, cash flow problems, trend of expansion, inventory management, production line, team of management, restructuring organization, and other requirements. 1. Formulation of strategy and plan. For successful operation of new business venture, it is essential to formulate strategies and plans based on defined objectives. The development of strategy and plans supports the entrepreneurs for understanding the risk and opportunity associated with business growth. For development of strategy, it is essential to consider internal resources of the venture, the target market, the economy, competitors' strategies, marketing and distribution channels, and demographic situation of target market. The formulation of plans and strategies guide the entrepreneur and his management team for achieving success in future business operation. 2. Formation of effective teams. Formation of an effective teams of employees is essential for successful operation of business activities in competitive environment. The teams should involve professional managers and subordinates having expert in their own area of function. Utilization of organizational resources totally depends on team performance, so team members selected should fit into organizational culture and standard. All the team members should contribute their time and effort for effective functioning and growth of the organization. The entrepreneurs need to play crucial role for retaining team of efficient employees. 3. Focus customer satisfaction. An important element of business success is to focus on customer satisfaction. Customers are the source of revenue, and in competitive market customer satisfaction is the major concern of the entrepreneurs. In open market economy, customers have choices for purchasing products and services. For systematic management of business, it is necessary to maintain close interaction with potential customers. They can provide the most relevant ideas and immediate feedback about the strength and weakness of the venture. Based on feedback of potential customers, the entrepreneurs can take necessary measures for satisfaction of customers. 4. Focus on internal strengths. For successful operation of new venture, the entrepreneurs need to focus on uniqueness and internal strengths areas of the venture. It is essential to capitalize all the internal strengths that can support to gain competitive advantages as compared to competitors. The strength should use to identify target customer and fulfill their needs and expectations. The strengths of the venture may be in its product and service quality, uniqueness, price, promotion, distribution network, etc. Collection and analysis of market research data and information can help to gain further insight into venture's strengths and weaknesses. 5. Maintain control on cost. In financial term, it is said that controlling unnecessary cost means maximization of revenue and profit. Usually, it is found that at the growing stage of business there is the possibility of more expenses in various functional areas. When expenses occur in unplanned basis, it maximizes operating cost of the entity. 7. Entrepreneur needs to take necessary measures for best utilization of organizational resources through the proper use of human efficiency and skill. The best use of human efficiency helps to minimize wastage of resources and maximize productivity. Therefore, entrepreneur needs to take cost control mechanism for the proper use of resources. 8. Management of finance. Generally, it is found that many entrepreneurs who have established and operate a new business often mismanage the financial transactions. Entrepreneurs should understand that when business starts growing, it needs to make adjustment and change on financial plan. Planning future financial decision is utmost importance for a venture that is growing rapidly. It needs to consider that in future there is the possibility of creating obstacles and unforeseen costs in every stage of business operation. 9. Costs may require for hiring new employees, purchasing raw materials, replacement of machines and equipment, etc. Organize activities. In some cases, it is found that the expansion of business would make it hard to organize all the entrepreneurial activities in systematic manner. Many disorders may come into practice due to lack of proper stated procedures and working system. Therefore, it is essential to plan for systematic organization of all the activities of the venture. There should be the proper layout of machines, equipment, furniture, documents, materials, and manpower. The proper system should develop for day-to-day operation of the venture. It supports for uniform and smooth functioning of new business venture. 1. Leadership role of entrepreneur. The leadership role of entrepreneur plays an important role for effective implementation of new business idea and its successful for future operation. At the initial stage of business operation, the entrepreneur must have supportive attitude for generation and implementation of new business ideas based on necessity of new venture. He needs to devote sufficient time and effort for formulation and implement of action plan in day-to-day business activities. Besides, it is essential to take necessary measures for the proper use of resources through the proper use of human skill and efficiency. To focus on new technology. Technology is ever-changing and fast-growing fact of the society, and it has crucial impact on successful operation of new business. It provides the resources with which people work and also affects the tasks that they perform. It focuses on machines and equipment, transmission of information, new processes, and research and development, R&D, necessary to transform resources into finished goods and services. The innovation of automation, robotics, and computerization bring tremendous change in production and service process of the venture. Therefore, entrepreneurs must have knowledge about technological changes in their own area of business, and for this purpose they need to maintain close observation over such technological changes. 9. Explain the sources of identifying and recognizing the entrepreneurial opportunities in Nepal. Identifying and recognizing the entrepreneurial opportunities in Nepal. Identifying and recognizing the entrepreneurial opportunities refers to the process of detecting new scope of business within the framework of changing environment of the society. It refers to the development of entrepreneurial mindset for establishing and operating new business venture for earning profit and wealth. It is a constant entrepreneurial brainstorming in which individuals look for new and improved ways of understanding and addressing the problems. Opportunity identification and recognition is crucial for successful entrepreneurs, as it helps for a business to stay relevant, and it will be supportive for successful business operation for the long period of time. The common sources of identifying and recognizing the entrepreneurial opportunities in Nepal are as follows. Government agencies. Government is an independent and powerful institution of the country like Nepal. It enacts various laws, rules, and regulations for systematization of business activities and uniform economic development of the country. It involves ministries, departments, and institutions that provide much information which will be supportive to identify and recognize the entrepreneurial opportunities in Nepal. The common government agencies involve Ministry of Industry, Commerce, and Supplies, Department of Industry, Commerce, and Supplies, Department of Cottage and Small Industries. Office of the Company Registrar, Nepal Bureau of Statistic. B. Team of employees. All level of employees from top level to subordinate level of management can be the great source of identifying and recognizing entrepreneurial opportunities in Nepal. All the employees do work through mutual interaction, discussion, support, and control to each other. Teamwork of employees is an important source of generating new business ideas based on changing environment of business. In the course of doing assigned job, employees may face complex problems and issues. They have to solve work-related problems through interaction and sharing their knowledge and experience. Continuous interaction of team members and sharing knowledge can help to generate new ideas to solve work-related problems, which also facilitates to generate new business ideas. Competitors. In open market economy there is competition in every sector of business. In different situation, the competitors introduce new concept, ideas, knowledge, and strategies in the market. Such competitors' activities would provide direct and immediate impact on business activities of the entrepreneur. Detailed information of competitors' activities facilitates the entrepreneur to know the weaknesses in their products and services. It supports the entrepreneur to involve in research and development work based on market analysis. It guides the entrepreneur for innovation of new product or services based on market demand. The use of Internet. At the present business scenario, Internet is considered as a significant resource of pool for gathering various entrepreneurship-related information. The latest business-related journals, magazines, articles, and reports can be searched out through the use of Internet system. The close observation and study of such reports and publications can help to generate new business opportunity. Many search engines such as Google, Yahoo, Jester, Facebook, YouTube, and other business-related sites help to find out latest research journals, videos, and reports which are related to business ideas. It is the reason that creative entrepreneurs always study the new business-related journal, articles, and publications through different sites of internet. Federation of Nepalese Chamber of Commerce and Industries, FNCI is an umbrella organization of the Nepalese private sectors. It was established in 1965 with the aim of promoting business and industry while protecting the rights and interests of business and industrial communities. It has been playing a key role in promoting business and industry in the country. It provides information, advisory, consultative, promotional and representative services to business and government. It organizes training, workshop, seminar on a regular basis to promote trade and industrial activities in Nepal. On regular basis, FNCI has been conducting many business development activities. These activities involve trainings, workshops, seminars, publication, documentation, information exchange, industrial relation, productivity, quality management, and environment protection, etc. Nepal Chamber of Commerce, NCC established in the year 1952, 2009 BS, is the first chamber of commerce in Nepal. The prime objective of NCC is to assist in the development of national economy through the promotion and protection of commerce and industries, both at the private and public sector. The function of NCC is to establish or encourage in establishing the academic institutions related to commerce and industry. Besides, it also involves in the technical management and hold workshops, seminars, trainings, and research programs to promote business activities in Nepal. It facilitates to search out new scope of business and encourages entrepreneurs to invest in such business. Professional institutions. There are some professional institutions that can provide very useful information essential for identifying and recognizing opportunities for new venture. They organize training programs based on the need of the individuals who want to start own business. Besides, they also organize seminar, workshop, conference, interactions for promotion of entrepreneurship in Nepal. Based on information gained through professional institutions, the entrepreneurs may think for starting new venture. Such professional institutions involve Management Association of Nepal, MAN. Institute of Chartered Accountant of Nepal, ICAN, Center for Technical Education and Vocational Training, TEFT, Nepal, Women Entrepreneurial Association of Nepal, WEAN, and other associations. One Trade and Export Promotion Center, TEPC. TEPC is established with the objective of promoting foreign trade in general and export trade in particular of the Nepal. It is established to provide support for private entities to promote export-oriented production and distribution of goods and services. It is to contribute for strengthening the national economy by developing and expanding trade and export of the country. It involves launching programs by establishing coordination among different agencies for increasing the production of exportable products. It assists to diversify trade by identifying potential market for exportable products. It acts as information pool by collecting, disseminating, and publishing useful trade-related information to Nepalese entrepreneurs. 2. Library search. The library search is one of the best ways to look for information sources which are essential for recognizing new venture opportunities. It is considered a best source of information when any individual planning for operating a new business venture. It is the source of getting latest business books and research publications of scholars and business practitioners. Librarians can help entrepreneurs to maximize their internet searches as well as locate the best books and other resources for particular needs. It also serves to subscribe for expensive business publications. Some libraries subscribe to valuable business magazines and entrepreneurs can find the latest issues in business. Successful business owners. Sharing of experience and information from successful businessmen can be a powerful resource when an individual is planning a new business establishment. Successful businessmen can provide real picture about how a new venture can be established, requirement of resources, market information, challenges from various factors, scope of business, and skill and experience, technology adaptation, etc. Such real-time information and guidance. Opportunity based on its scope. Encourages the entrepreneurs to identify and recognize new business.